Have you ever made a New Year's resolution you didn't follow? Do you have trouble imagining yourself 1 year from now? Is goal planning a challenge for you? Then you're in the right workshop. Welcome to Smart Goals, Get Results, presented by Career Services. Before we begin, let's do an activity. Take out your phone and set a timer for 1 minute. Next, think about something you want to achieve. It can be something personal, such as your relationships, physical fitness, or character traits, academic, such as a degree or grade, or professional, such as learning a new language, publishing a book, or finding a special type of job. You can pause the video here for 1 minute while you complete the exercise. Did you think of something you wanted to achieve? Write it down on a piece of paper or in the Notes app on your phone. Keep it close. We'll be coming back to it a bit later in the workshop. You might be wondering, what's the big deal with all this planning? Can't I just think of a goal I want to achieve? One helpful way to approach this problem is to remember that a goal without a plan is just a wish. Knowing what process you'll use and what steps you'll take to achieve that goal is what will evolve it from wishful thinking into actionable reality. In this workshop, we'll be looking at 3 key elements in setting and achieving your goals. SMART goals help you create goals worth achieving, action plans help you work toward and complete those goals effectively, and vision boards are one way to stay motivated and focused on your goals. Ready to dive in? First, let's define what a SMART goal is. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. The idea is to write your goal as a single sentence that includes all 5 of these elements. Before we break down what each element in SMART represents, let's talk about why SMART goals work. What sets SMART goals apart from other types of goals is that they're very specific, which increases your chances of success. Instead of confusing, vaguely worded goals, you have a precise picture of what success looks like, so you know when you've achieved it. SMART goals also give you a specific, clear time frame and end date, which helps you track your progress and know when you're finished. As a result, you can focus all your time, effort, and resources into productivity and eliminate distractions. They also tell you what done looks like, so you know when you're finished. Simply put, SMART goals help you achieve what you want out of life. One study found that 76% of participants who wrote down their goals, made a list of goal-driven actions, and provided weekly progress reports to a friend achieved their goals, which is 33% higher than those with unwritten goals. Ready to write some SMART goals of your own? S stands for specific. What specifically do you want to achieve? Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve specifically? For example, instead of saying, I want to do well in school this semester, try, I am going to get all A's and B's this semester. Asking who, what, where, when, and how can help you identify your specific goal. In general, you want your goal to be simple but specific. Saying, I am going to get all A's and B's this semester is better than I am going to get all A's and B's this semester by visiting my instructor every day after class, going to 2 hours of tutoring per week, and spending 1 hour of studying per day. If you find your goal is getting too detailed, create a smaller SMART goal for each major step of your bigger goal. Think small. Also, avoid being too vague. Saying, I want to do well in school this semester is too vague. What does do well mean? How will you know when you've achieved that goal? Again, answering the who and what questions can help with this process. Just to give you a few more examples of poorly written goals, take a look at these. Pause the video a moment. How would you reword these vague examples to make them more specific? Go ahead and pause the video here and give it some thought. Perhaps I want to get fit could be I want to run a mile in 5 minutes. Or, I want to have better relationships with people around me could be, I am going to improve my relationships with my parents and siblings. Once you've identified the specific what that you want to accomplish, you need a way to measure it. Measuring matters because it lets you know when you've achieved the goal. Is your goal measurable? To find out, ask yourself, how much? How many? And how will I know when it's accomplished? Maybe it's saving up $100 or getting an 80% score on an exam or passing a class with an A+. Perhaps it's writing 50 pages in a book in a semester or presenting 2 workshops. As long as your goal has some kind of measurement involved, it passes the letter M. Next is A, which stands for attainable. What comes to mind when you think of attainable? You might imagine someone reaching for the edge of a cliff after climbing up a mountain, or someone standing on top of a flight of stairs holding a trophy. Attainable means reachable. Remember those goals you wrote down at the beginning of the workshop? Take a look at those for a moment. Be honest with yourself. Are these goals realistic for you, right here, right now? Or do you need to take some other steps before you're ready to tackle them? Ask yourself, can this goal be done by me? Is there anything stopping me from reaching this goal, such as time, money, or external circumstances? Lastly, do my skills match my goal? Maybe your goal is to run for SGA president next semester. That's great, but then you realize you really need to work on your presentation skills first. In that case, you might want to refocus on a SMART goal such as, I will enroll in and complete a speech class next semester with an A as a first step. Remember, don't confuse unattainable with difficult. Your goal should challenge you and take you a bit outside your comfort zone. However, it's important to decide whether you're realistically prepared to tackle the goal head on, or instead focus on a preliminary step first. R stands for relevant. This step is super important. Let's do a little soul searching for a moment. This step is about ensuring that your goal matters to you and that it aligns with what you really want in life. Ask yourself, why is this goal important? How does it benefit me? Is this a good time for it based on what I need right now? Among other ambitious goals awaiting in the pipeline, you've selected this particular goal to take on because it resonates with your current needs or desires. Make sure you understand what sets this one goal apart from the rest. Does your goal answer yes to all these questions? Does this seem worthwhile? Is this the right time? Does this match my needs and effort? Am I the right person to reach this goal? If a goal doesn't line up with what you really want, or maybe even lines up with what someone else wants, you might want to rethink it. Sometimes it's just not the right time to pursue certain goals. For example, imagine that you're wanting to train for a triathlon while starring in a major school play. These goals are at odds with each other, and there may not be enough time or energy to really excel at both. One goal would have to be set aside until the other was accomplished. In summary, ask yourself, how is this goal important to me? If you can answer that question, your goal has passed the relevant test. T stands for time-bound. The key word here is time. What time will the goal be achieved? How long will it take? These are the key questions we answer in this section. Making your goal time-bound ensures that you stay on track. Imagine that your goal is to get all A's this semester. This goal is time-bound because it ends when the semester ends. Having a definite start and end time adds urgency to your goal and ensures that you spend focused time and energy achieving it. Here's another example. Imagine your goal is read 10 books by the end of the year. You know that the final day to achieve that goal is December 31st, so you'd better get busy if you're going to make that deadline. Better yet, you can calculate how many pages you would need to read per day, week, or month to reach that goal. Above all, you'll want to ask yourself, can my goal be accomplished on time? Be realistic and set an end date or timeline that you can handle, but still gives you a sense of urgency to get the job done. You might find it motivating to write your goals as though they've already happened. Instead of saying, I want to complete my classes with all A's this semester, say, I have completed my classes with all A's this semester. Or perhaps you prefer, I am going to complete my classes with all A's this semester. Either way, avoid the word want. Instead of wanting, focus on doing. Now, let's take all 5 letters in SMART and put them to use. Here are some bad examples of goals. Before we show you the good examples, pause the video here and see if you can come up with some answers on your own. Here are the same goals restated so that they are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now you know exactly what needs to be done in order to achieve that goal. You know what finished looks like. On the next 3 slides, we're going to share a list of possible goals for you to consider. Take out the piece of paper or the notes app that you wrote your goal on at the beginning of this workshop and add one of these goals to your list. Feel free to pause the video as needed. SMART goals are proven to be helpful, but be mindful of these common mistakes that can make them ineffective. First, don't get too obsessed with your SMART goal to the point that you don't focus on anything else. If your goal is to get all A's this semester, don't neglect time with family and friends because you're focusing 100% of your time on achieving your goal. Balance is key. Make time for reflection and checking in with yourself during and between SMART goals. You need to schedule 10 minutes a week to reflect on what's working, what's not, and what you're learning and where you need to adjust. Otherwise, you'll never learn from your experience. Avoid overly ambitious goals. Creating a goal such as I am going to become SGA president is a great end goal, but you'll need dozens of smaller SMART goals in order to get there. Be sure to break things down. Lastly, avoid overwhelming yourself with your SMART goals by asking yourself, do I have enough time, energy, and resources to achieve this goal right now? And am I taking on too many SMART goals at once? Even a little progress is better than no progress at all, so be sure to cut back and relax when you need to. Now's a great time to ask yourself what obstacles might get in the way of my goal, as well as what resources can help me overcome those obstacles. For example, could poor time management skills make doing your homework difficult? If so, blocking off weekly time on your calendar to complete the assignments may be beneficial. You can also check out Career Services Time Management and Organizational Skills Workshop, which is linked in the description below the video. Also consider what resources could be valuable to your success. You could plan to attend your professor's office hours for questions, schedule time to go to the library with a friend to work on the assignment, sign up for tutoring, or stop by the Center for Academic Success for more strategies. Whatever your plan, make adjustments along the way as you learn what works best for you. Now, let's put everything we've learned into practice. Look at the list of goals you wrote down. Choose one of them. Now, let's rephrase it into a SMART goal using the following template. My goal is to what by when, so what date or time. Next, develop your action plan using this template. Who, assumedly you, will accomplish this goal by what step or steps will you take to achieve the goal. Accomplishing this goal will benefit you how. Go ahead and pause the video here, then write out your goal using this template. Here's an example of a SMART goal written using the simple SMART goal template. I will get a part-time job making $12 per hour this semester. Does your own goal sound similar? In the description below, you'll find a link to a SMART Goals worksheet. You can use this worksheet to help you create, measure, and design important action steps for each of your SMART goals. Go ahead and download this worksheet to your computer so you can access it later. If you prefer using an app instead of pen and paper, we recommend the following. The calendar feature on your phone is perfect for scheduling deadlines and notification reminders of action steps throughout the day and week. The Notes app on your phone also allows you to create daily or weekly checklists. Nothing feels more satisfying than virtually checking the box. Raise the Bar is a free app that lets you set goals, create daily checklists, and even level up based on the number of times you use certain skills. Strides is a goal tracking application that not only helps you break and make habits, but also assists you in targeting goals by a certain date and listing all the action steps in a bigger project. If you're looking for a more advanced all-in-one application, Goals Wizard is a must. Not only does it let you schedule morning and evening routines for daily habit forming, it also helps you set goals by topic and color code. You can prioritize goals, schedule reoccurring activities, craft daily to-do lists, and break down each step toward your greater goal. It takes a bit of time to set up, but this app is ideal for those trying to gain back control of their daily life. Lastly, consider creating a vision board. A vision board is a reminder of your goals and dreams. It can motivate you to work when you don't feel like it. It also helps you keep focused on your goal, which makes it easier for you to make connections between seemingly unrelated events. For example, if your goal is to get all A's this semester, and you keep that goal top of mind, you might be more likely to notice workshops, tutoring opportunities, and extra credit options that will help you achieve that goal. Your vision board usually contains images, drawings, quotations, or words that relate to your goals and have deep personal meaning to you. It can be physical, like a collage of pictures printed out and glued together, or digital, on your phone. Here are a few apps you can try. Pinterest allows you to create themed boards and even make suggestions for additional images based on your viewing history. Envision allows you to create a vision board with regular reminders to view and update it. Or you can just create a folder on your Photos app on your mobile device called Vision Board and save images there from the internet. Many students enjoy setting their desktop or mobile phone wallpaper to their vision board so they see a regular reminder of their goals. Confucius once said that when it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. If you've struggled with achieving a goal in the past, try breaking it down into smaller goals and achieving each of those. Like a flight of stairs, your goal is to climb one step at a time rather than leaping all the way to the top. So, what SMART goals will you achieve this month, this semester, this year, 5 years from now? Start with just one goal, keep it simple but concise, and begin taking steps to achieve it. Success is catchy. With each completion of your goals, you will find yourself motivated to tackle bigger, bolder goals over time. If you'd like to meet with Career Services to discuss SMART goals, action plans, vision boards, or other professional development services like job searching, career planning, or resume writing, please contact your nearest campus. You can schedule an appointment with the Career Center by scanning the QR code on the screen or by clicking the appointment link on our website, which is also in the description box below the video. We look forward to hearing from you and watching you succeed this semester.